going on, y'all? About to get started in a second. There we go. All right, what's going on, y'all? So looking at GJ, we caught a nice sell on it yesterday, but looking at it on the bigger time frames, let's get rid of some of these lines so they're a little less confusing. Let's get rid of this. We don't need this no more. And we're gonna get rid of that. Then I'm gonna bolden that. So looking at this daily low I marked off, GJ does have a nice rejection with pushing up, and just looking at the daily time frame, price has been slowly pushing up. So we might be looking for a buy today. Might be looking for a buy. As of now, that's what it's looking for. But we're going to wait for, of course, the opening candle going into London. And, of course, at least the next couple candlesticks before we jump in on anything. But as of now, it is on top of the daily level and it's attempting to push up. And it is right on top of that first wall above the daily time frame. So we're going to see if it can close above it, because you see it's rejecting as of now. So we're going to see if it can close and stay above it. And if we can do that and show that it's trying to continue to push up, we might go for a buy setup. So that's what we're going to be waiting on right now. We're just going to be patiently waiting to see how that's going. The other JPY pairs are pushing up as well. We see EJ doing similar movement, and then we go on a daily time frame. We can see a similar thing. Nice reaction wick pushing up. Move this to the side. Nice rejection wick pushing up, and it is currently above the daily time frame, and it's currently on top of the wall. But we're gonna wait for the next candlestick to see. Or we're gonna wait to see how this closes. But we got about like 20 seconds until the next 15, and London's starting. So we're gonna see how that candlestick looks. There are a few walls that is gonna struggle to break, as we can see. This is where price stopped yesterday, and then we saw the retest. Then it hit this wall down here, then rejected and pushed all the way up. So we're going to see if it can stay on top of this level and potentially continue to pump up. Because just looking at the daily time frame, we are currently at a huge level of traffic. We did have when price came down, rejected this daily level, struggled to break this a few days. We see the rejection wicks here. In the last couple of days, it broke above it. So we're going to see if it's going to treat this as a support level and continue to pump up, or it's going to reject and treat it as a resistance level again, because we can clearly see right here, this is another strong support resistance level. We see a harsh rejection down, harsh rejection down, harsh rejection down, but we also see it being treated as a support level here. So we're going to see what price is going to try to do today. Then we can see two rejection wicks pushing price up, so it is a good sign. There's still 2 hours on this 4-hour candlestick though. You know, we got a nice little wall right there. All right, London did just start. There was a couple other pairs I was looking at. Let me see. Let me see what GJ. So GJ closed above and looks like it's reattempting to push up. Now, since it's broken the daily level, it hasn't retested it yet, but it is looking like it's trying to pump up. So we're going to wait at least the first 5 minutes to see what it's trying to do. There's a good sign right there. Yeah, so let me get this written up because I do like how a couple of these things are looking. Of course, we're still going to wait because this is the opening candle. But just in case we do enter these, I'm going to go ahead and get them written up. But if we retrace and retest the daily level, it's not an issue. Because like I said, I'd like to have that do it before we enter. That way, there's a higher chance for it not to at least retrace that far when we go for the move. But we just saw that candlestick just reacted. So that is a good sign. So SL is not going to be anything too crazy. It's going to be about not even 100 per stop loss. I think this is a pretty good spot for a stop loss. Yeah. 166. I like to round down. So we're going to do 166.45. Bam. I like how that's looking. Yeah, the JPY pairs are pumping up. Yeah, so we're going to wait, see what the next 5 looks like, but I'd like to enter on the next 15, but the JPY pairs are kind of pumping up right now. AJ doing the same thing. Zoom in. AJ pushing up as well. Let me see what the other JPY pairs are up to. Because CHF JPY already started this push up. A little too far for intro. I was looking at this earlier. Looks like it is retracing down. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for the next 15. But I do like how it is looking. Let's see what NJ is up to. NJ looking very similar to the other JPY pairs. Looking at daily candlestick wise. Rejection with pushing up, and they're right on top of the daily level as well. So we're going to see how it reacts. We're going for a nice sell on this and GJ yesterday. Caught a good amount of pips. So now we're going to wait and see how price reacts to this wall right here. Yeah, so we're just going to be patiently waiting. While we're doing that, there were a few other pairs I was looking at. Let me see something. Let me see, what was I looking at? I think I was looking at this one. Yeah, kind of like how Eurocast is looking. Very bullish. It is stuck at this level of traffic, but if it can break that, we can potentially see it continue to pump up. We can see it's a nice pump. We haven't seen any red candlesticks though, so that is something we do have to keep in mind. But we do see some retracements. Whoops, let me go back to. We did have a nice retracement yesterday and the day before. And if we go on the 4 hour, we'll probably see some red candlesticks. So it did do already a nice retracement. So we could very much so see it try to break these levels of traffic. News-wise, we don't got much going on. We just got some red folder for the USD at 8:30 and at 10 a.m. And that's literally it. Nothing else going on. So it's going to be just strictly waiting for volume to pump up into the markets and just executing. So I do kind of like how this is looking. Let me see. I kind of like how that's looking. Let me see what the other Canadian pairs are up to. That's not a good entry. I already looked at that one. That's not a good entry. All right, so they're retracing, which is why we want to wait. So we're going to see what side of the wall, and by wall I mean the daily time frame, I mean the daily zone, they're going to stay on. So we're going to wait at least for the next 15 before we jump in on anything. But while we're doing that, let's go ahead and look at some other pairs. GN, we've been catching sells on GN. We missed one yesterday, but it didn't really go that far. As you can see, we got a strong wall. Let me get rid of some of these lines so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But we got a strong wall right here. that literally for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over a week, even over here, and then we go to the left, even in August, months ago, it's strongly respected. Every time prices hit it, it might have broken underneath it, but it rejected and closed above it. We see that's what happened yesterday, the day before, and currently today. Hit that level, it's retracing back up. On the daily, is still red, and looking overall, did a nice drop, created a level of traffic for a month, which we've been catching sells on, then it broke underneath it. And it's currently underneath the daily level, and it's respecting it as a resistance as of now. So I do still want to look for a sell, but I don't want to jump in if it's going to be still struggling to break it. So we're going to see if it can pump and break this level right here around 91.40 today, if not at least hit it again. That's what I'd like to see. So we're just going to watch this, see what it does. Looking at the other New Zealand pairs, let's see what's going on. AD New Zealand is still like just stuck in no man's land, so we're not even going to look at that one. This one looking very similar is on the 4-hour level though. Retesting this wall right here, so we're going to see how it reacts to that wall and go from there. Let's see. Let's see what the USD is up to. It's rejecting that level. Let me see something. It's already broken that wall right there. So we're going to be waiting for the next 15. Right now, I'm just looking to see where price is at on a lot of the pairs, figuring out what charts are at good entries or are close to the zones I want to trade off of. And then I'm just going to wait to see what exactly it's going to try to do. But this looks like it could potentially keep dropping. There's a wall it's about to hit right there, though. But looking at the overall time frame, it has been bullish, but it just hit a huge wall of traffic and a strong support resistance level. We see last time price hit it, did harsh rejection, retested this level, it's pumping back up. And you see it's touching again and it's rejecting. So we're going to see if it's going to do a repeat of what happened on Monday or if it's going to break that level. Because again, it is still bullish as of now. So I want to see it break through the daily if it can and then possibly look for a buy. That's why I mostly want to see. Well, we're just going to watch and see what price is going to try to do because it did just hit a daily level, it's reacting to it. JPY pairs, we're just going to let those do its thing for now. See what your AD is up to. Yeah, so I want to wait for this to come to the daily level. Did a retest, filled up this gap right here, came to this wall, and it's pushing back up. Would have been a nice entry here, but that happened before I trade. So we're just going to wait to see how it reacts to that daily level. And then we're going to go from there. You see, went for a buy on this the other day. Still not a good entry. We're going to wait to see if it comes down here to see how it reacts. Possibly look for a buy there. Or if it breaks through the daily level, go from there, look for a sell. But for now, we're just going to leave that alone. So only a few pairs that are at decent positions. This just did the retest of the daily like I was talking about, which is good. New 5-minute did just start. So we're going to see if it can close back above this level. And if so, we might go for a buy on that. But we're not going to jump the gun yet. London did just start, so we're just patiently waiting. GBPAUD, we went for a buy on this on Thursday. And we want to buy for it on Wednesday and yesterday, which was Thursday. Yesterday, it did a retracement, as we can see here. As soon as it did a retracement, filled up there's this imbalance, pumped back up. So we're going to wait for it to break back above this daily level and see if it's going to continue to try to push up and either come to these highs right here, these equal highs, or break past that today. So that's what we're waiting on. This could have been another good entry right here, looking very similar to your AED. But again, only trade during London, New York. So we're just going to wait for the next possible entry around this lower price and see what we can do from there. So it is looking like it's trying to pump up. And it did do a nice retracement can potentially continue to do so. Continue to pump, that is. So we're just going to wait on that. Yes, we're just waiting on that. So we got about 3 minutes until the next 15. So we're going to be paying attention to JPY pairs, GN, GA as well. Your AD still got some time to move, some wiggle room. We're going to go through some other pairs in a second. I'm just trying to write some stuff down real quick. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if that retraces. All right, let's look at the indices. We've got some time to kill. So let's go to daily. So the indices did do a nice drop. Now they're on top of a strong support resistance level. We see the past couple of days it was underneath it dropping. But then yesterday pumped back up and currently is pushing up still, and it's above the daily level. So we're going to see if it's going to treat it as another support level, because we see here, this is a very strong level of price. We can see how prices reacted to it to the left simply. And then we go on a smaller time frame. You'll be able to see things a lot more clearly. But as of now, it is currently above the daily level, and it is on top of that wall. It is retracing right now, so we're going to wait to see what the next 15 looks like, and then possibly go from there. Because this is it's on a wall right here. And if it can stay on top of this wall and then break through this traffic that it failed to break through right here, if we can break through this, we can catch some pips. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like, and then we're going to go from there. Let's see what your 30 is up to. Your 30 looking very similar, but it just broke the daily level. Let's go on a smaller time frame and see what it's up to. All right, so we got a new 15 about to start, so we're going to see how this reacts, but that's a big red candlestick right there. So we're going to see if it's going to continue to drop. Looks like it is. Let's see what US30 is up to. US30 is moving green. Whoops, let's get rid of that. SPX a little too far. Let's see. I think NAS is too far too. Yeah, NAS is too far. USDX. Yes, we're gonna let those do their thing. So let's look at the JPY pairs, see what they're up to. All right, so it turned green. It was red last time we looked at it. Retested the daily just like GJ. Still struggling to break this wall right here. We can see it's been doing that for the past hour. So we're going to see if it can, one, not just hit it, but close above it. And if it can close above it and show signs it's trying to continue to pump, we might jump in to some buys. As of now, we're just going to be patiently waiting to see what it's trying to do. Let's go back to GJ, see what that's up to. Same thing. It did kind of close above it, but it closed red. It's on it right now, so we're going to wait to see how this candlestick reacts. It's looking like it's trying to push up, though. Yeah, so I'm going to get some of these written up just in case we do enter them. But I want to wait at least the first 5 or 10. GA is still creeping up. But again, we see this wall here. We can clearly see here how price is reacting, trading at a support level. And we also see how 30 minutes ago rejected, trading as resistance. And we currently see how price literally closed right underneath it. And this candlestick is currently still struggling to break it. So that's why we're going to wait to see if it can break above that level. And if it can, then we're going to possibly enter for a buy. There we go. I'm going to put that level right there. So we're just going to wait on that. But it is trying, which is a good sign. Let's go back to GJ. GJ is trying to push up as well. What else was I looking at? What else was I looking at? New Zealand cow, I'm waiting for it to break above this daily level. If we can do so, we're going to jump in on that. Yeah, but a lot of pairs are already like they're either just floating in the middle of this or they're not at good entries. Kind of went through everything. Let's see. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting right now. So all we're doing is patiently waiting. Let's go look at gold. I haven't traded gold this week at all. A few opportunities. Again, either the moves happen before I trade or it happens when I'm done entering trades for the day, vice versa. But as of now, I'm just going to leave it alone for now. It's just not a good position for entry. Let's see what silver's up to. I got these levels. But even off rip, I can see same thing. This is a strong level right here. Could put it right here. I might put it right here just for. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. So I'm gonna see how it reacts to that level. And then we're gonna go from there. Yeah. So we might prefer that rejects this strong support resistance level. Then we could possibly look for a sell. Let's take a deeper look and see what it's up to. So it already broke this wall. Already did a retest. Yeah, so I'm gonna see how that candlestick closes. And I'm gonna go from there. Still waiting for that to close above it. So we're still gonna leave that alone. Let's pump it up. So this is pumping up against that wall. So we're gonna see how it reacts to this wall right here. Yes, we're just patiently waiting right now. So GA hit the daily level. Still receiving as a resistance as of now. Yeah, so we're just gonna be patiently waiting right now. Haven't entered anything yet. Oils are tracing. See if oil can retrace some more. Oh, my bad. Let me see some comments. Keep up the good work, bro. Been following you, telling for not too long, but if you'll speak for themselves. Yeah, I appreciate that. Niaz, I hope I'm saying that right. I do appreciate that. Oh yeah, so I do appreciate that. But we're just gonna be patiently waiting. Because the price isn't, we don't control price. We don't control the market. So we just have to patiently wait. One, for the confirmations, and then two, for price to do what it's doing. But it is breaking through that, which is a good sign. But I want to, one, see it break through this level, treat it as support level, and then after show signs wants to continue to push up, then go for the buy. That's what I want to look for right there. Now, this retracement does make sense because, again, like I always said, price isn't going to just go straight up, straight down. And if TPs get hit, price goes your way. You need to know why it did. And then if SLs get hit, you need to know why SLs got hit. Having SL right at this level, honestly, I could have put it a little bit farther down, but I'm trying to tighten my stop losses. Sometimes, it'll hit it and then push up, like we see right here. Like it literally hit the stop loss and then pumped back up. So maybe I need to tweak it on a little bit more, get on a little bit more wiggle room. But at the end of the day, it's all good. So we want to see if we can break it through that level, and if so, we're going to go for a buy. Now let's see what this is up to. I might pull up gold as well. Let me look and see what Euro USD is up to. So I might switch this to gold. Now, same thing. I want to see if we can break that level. So I might keep that one up. I might just add a new tab. Yeah, JPY pairs are stuck underneath this wall. So we're just going to be patiently waiting to see what price is trying to do. We're just going to be patiently waiting. But usually they don't really start pumping until closer to New York anyways. Some days, if volume is pumping, we can jump in a little bit earlier. But for the most part, they don't really make their move or like the real move until going into New York. NJ is still showing. It's been doing this all week. It's dropping again. It's right back at another entry we took. And again, we've been entering sales since Wednesday on this, and it has yet to hit SL, which is interesting. But we entered this, caught some pips on Wednesday. Yesterday, we entered this, caught some pips, and it's literally doing a repeat of the same thing, which is very interesting. Moving a little bit differently from the other JPY pairs, but we can also see some of the similarities. But GJ and EJ are, I'm still going to stick with this for now, but I am taking notes on how NJ is moving. AJ is dropping down as well. CJPY is dropping, but still got this big wall of price it can retest. So new 5-minute did just start. Yeah, so we're just going to be patiently waiting. And you can even see here on the 4-hour how this is a strong wall of price right here. USDC is chilling on this 4-hour level of price. It is bearish, but we are on a strong lower price right here. We can just clearly see that by the reactions here. When price hit it, harsh rejections down, harsh rejections down. Strong support can be a strong resistance, and we clearly see that coming into play here. Literally for the past couple weeks, every time prices hit this level, it's rejected back up. But realistically, we could say that was a good retracement. Because again, looking here, huge drop down, retested that daily level, dropped down, hit the same daily level. Then instead of hitting the daily level again, it rejected out the 4-hour, retested. So we could possibly see price drop down to the daily zone here. And then even when we zoom out, literally, this was February, this was November 21, this was March 21. So for like over a year, probably longer if we keep going to the left, but necessarily see everything right here. We can clearly see how prices react to this level similarly over and over and over again. This is why we trade off these levels. So we're just going to patiently wait to see how price reacts to that. Then we're going to go from there. I'm going to go from there. So your JPY is attempting to break through that wall. GJ's struggling a little bit, but it's still respecting the daily level. Yeah, so we're just going to be waiting. Got a new 15 about to start in like 30 seconds. Yeah, but we haven't entered anything yet. Literally just going to be waiting for price to show me what it's trying to do. Then we're going to go from there. Looks like the index is dropping down a little bit to retest some levels, which is fine for us. We can possibly look for get rid of that. Good entry on that. But this has definitely been a weird week. It's kind of backwards. Like Monday was a lot of volume in the markets. We caught a lot of pips. Tuesday, Wednesday was decent. And then yesterday and today, things kind of slowed down. So it's kind of backwards. Usually Monday and Tuesday, and then sometimes even Wednesday are the slower days. But this week's kind of like reverse, which is interesting. There's not a lot of red folder news this week either to help like pump the markets and stuff like that. So it's definitely been interesting. But like I've been saying on the past live streams, to tell my members, this is the slow quarter. So we're going to see what next month and the next quarter is going to be looking like. But typically this is the slower quarter, especially like we saw last month. But literally, if you notice, like you just either go through the Telegram, first link in the description, or just, I don't know, look at your old trades, whatever the case may be. But like after September, things definitely slowed down a bit. Definitely. All right. So let's see what's going on here. So NJ is looking like it's trying to do a repeat of what it's been doing all week. It did start underneath that wall I had marked off. Let me see. Yeah, but everything else is literally just ranging and stuff, so we're just gonna be waiting. Just gonna be waiting. Usually looking like it's trying to push up. GJ reacting to that level. Yeah, so JPY pairs are definitely moving a little bit differently, but they are kind of moving similarly at the same time. As you can see, like they all have like their own little, that's why I say like they all have their own characteristics, just like the indices, but you can still see some similarities. But NJ is definitely dropping more than the other pairs, But when we saw, EJ pushing up, you saw how GJ was right to the daily level, we kind of saw, but we can see it if we zoom in. I can see it, but I don't know if y'all can see it. Let me zoom in for you. But you can see price rejecting, pushing up. Now, curiosity, let me see what CHF is up to. Yeah, so that thing pushed up. We literally did this entry like before London started. We could have been up like 30, 40 pips, but that's still pushing up bullish. EJ's trying. Yeah. I like how there's this wall right here, but it's definitely trying to break that wall. And this is a new 15. Let me write something up. About 70 pips. Oils are tracing up. Indices. Expecting that wall. Yeah, so we're just going to be patiently waiting for now. We'd like to enter something on stream, but if I don't see setup, I'm not going to enter. Do like how this is looking though. Yeah, so I'm gonna let these do their thing for now. See what goes up to. Yes, that thing. Strong level of traffic and wall right here. We're gonna leave that alone for now. Okay, so that just ripped through that. All right, so let me write some of this stuff up. That's a good sign. The other JPY pairs are following suit. New 5-minute did just start. So we might be entering some stuff soon. So that's definitely a good sign. Other pairs aren't moving like that though, but I do like how that's moving. Other pairs are not following suit though. I do like how that's looking. So we're gonna see how it reacts to this wall right here. Definitely is a good sign. Has a strong wall. It's going to be a top of 2. Yeah, so if we can stay above this level, we can catch a good amount of pips. So let me go ahead and write this up. So SL for this, I'm looking at 43. Say 143.45. Let me post a disclaimer real quick. Yes, that's definitely a good sign. And this is why you don't want to just freak out and just jump into a trade, because look what happened. Hit that wall, it's retracing back down. But that spike up is definitely a good sign. So we could enter it on the next 5 minute, or we could wait till the next 15. But we like how I just did that spike up. So we might enter on. We're going to see what this next 5 minute looks like. But do not be shocked if we enter this soon. So I do like how this is looking. But it is at that wall right there, which is why when it hit it, it rejected it. But it did break through this wall and it did rip up and explode like that. So it's definitely a good sign. But the other JPY pairs are not looking like that at all. At all. NJ is literally doing a repeat of yesterday, which is interesting. So they're definitely moving out of sync this week. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to look at a couple pairs with good setups. This is a huge rejection wick up. It's respecting that on the daily level. Nice rejection wick. Yeah, so we're going to new 5 minutes about to start in about 15 seconds. So we're going to see what that 5 minute looks like, because it is back at a good entry. So we're either going to enter on this next 5 minute or the new 15-minute candlestick. But NJ is dropping. Yeah, it's literally doing a repeat of yesterday, which is interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to see what the next 15 looks like. I'm going to go from there. But let me go on the daily real quick. Yeah, so this is moving differently from EJ. Yeah, so it makes sense why that's doing that. This is that just at the daily level, it's rejecting it. So that makes sense why it's doing that. So that makes sense why it's doing that. Then GJ, it's looking similar to EJ. Rejection wick, it was above the daily level. Yeah, so these are looking a little bit different. So it makes sense why that's dropping like that. Zoom out. Yeah, so it makes sense why NJ is doing that. I think it's dropping, so we're just going to wait. Rejected that level, so we're going to wait and see how price reacts. So EJ is looking like a buy setup for now. But you can see it did that pump up. Excuse me, but you see it did that pump up, then it dropped back down, and the NJ is just dropping. It makes sense why NJ is doing what it's doing. So yeah, we might see another repeat of this week. Just been catching sales on NJ. I do like how NJ is looking. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for the next 15. But it is right back at our entry from before. This is respecting that level though. So EJ is looking like a buy and the NJ is looking like a sell. Let me see what the other pairs are up to. But literally everything else, I don't like where it's at right now. GA, we're still going to be waiting. Still got a few more pips before I want to enter this. So we're still going to be waiting on that. So we're going to wait for this next 15 and see what the JPY pairs will do. But I do like NJ for a sell, but EJ is still showing me a buy as of now. And it's very possible they can do different things because we see CHF JPY, doing a nice staircase up in the NJ. No staircase, just dropping, right? So we got about 2 minutes left. So what I'm thinking, because this is showing me sell, and looking at the daily time frame, it is looking a little bit different from Euro JPY and GJ. So a sell would kind of make sense. So we're just going to wait for this next 15 and then go from there. But it is dropping still. Let me see if the other JPY pairs are doing the same. EJ is still respecting that level, which is interesting. So GJ is dropping, NJ is dropping, AJ is dropping. So I'm gonna wait to see what this next candlestick looks like. We could see a possible. It's meeting my rules right now. So I want to see what it's gonna do. All right, new 15 did just start. Let's see what we're up to. Starting off red. All right, it's trying to do a retest. Starting off red. This closed above it. So very interesting. They're both moving very different. So I might do a buy on EJ and then a sell on NJ. Possibly. Yeah, but these JPY pairs look like they're trying to drop. Very interesting. So the AUD pairs are right at the daily level. Do like that. So there might be entering some buys on those in a second. EJ is respecting that level. Very interesting. Yes, I might keep an eye on the JPY pairs. I don't want to jump the gun just yet. They are still gonna. I'm gonna wait to see how reacts to these levels still. But NJ is looking like a possible sell though. Interesting. Yeah, it's underneath that strong wall, but it's right above a strong wall too. That just broke that level. Yeah, they're dropping. Alright, so this one I'm gonna do. Like how NJ is looking. Let's see what this next 5 minute looks like. Because now they're dropping down hard. Yeah, price dropping down now. Yes, we might enter some sales. Yeah, I think I might just. Yeah, they're dropping right now. This just broke that level. So I'm gonna see. That is a good sign though. It's dropping pretty hard. Hit this wall. Yo, so we might go for some sales actually. Yeah, so let me write this stuff up. We might be going for some sales. Yeah, I like how price is looking right now. Might not go all the way down, but we can cut some pips. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so we're gonna go into NJ. I just put the TPs in. The other JPY pairs, I'm going to wait until the next 15 before we even mess with that. But I did enter NJ. As for everything else, still gonna be patiently waiting for the setups. GA and Euro ID looking nice. So I'm just in NJ right now, but depending on the next candlesticks, we might be entering GA and possibly Euro AD as well. But GA is definitely looking nice. GA is definitely looking nice. JPY pairs are dropping. But before we enter the other ones, since they just broke underneath those walls, I want to see how that 15-minute closes. But we do just see a harsh drop. Definitely was struggling. And this is why I wanted to wait for the next 15, because you see it then continue to pump up. If it continued to pump up, we would have went for a buy. But you see literally immediately the next candlestick, harsh rejection down from that level. So we're going to see if it can stay underneath this wall, because this is a nice wall price. Right. Which one do I want to mark off? Because there's like a wall right here. I'm gonna mark that off. Yeah, so we're gonna see how these candlesticks close on GJ and EJ, but they are dropping down. They all are doing the same thing now. Because AJ and NJ were dropping. Now we see GJ and EJ following suit. So we're gonna see how price reacts to these walls right here, and then we might be going for some possible sells on these. Let me look at this real quick. I did a huge rejection down. Huge imbalance. Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna keep it on the charts. This is what's going on. But I do like how GA and EA are looking. So we're definitely gonna try jumping on those. And we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. A new 5 did just start. AJ did break the level. It's hitting the wall, but I want to see it close underneath that. Let's see what GJ's up to. GJ is at a wall as well. Okay, bet. And this is right at that level. So we're gonna see how those pairs do. And then we're gonna go from there. NJ is dropping, but I hit this wall right here. Did just touch it. I don't know I think we might have missed TP1 barely though. Let me see. Let me pull it out and see. No, we hit TP1. Okay, so TP1 did get hit. We could have entered that earlier, but again, I just like to wait for confirmations and be on the safe side. So we did just hit TP1 right there. So we're going to see if it's going to continue to dump going into the next 15. And if the price can stay underneath these levels and showing wants to continue to dump, then we might possibly enter another GJ sell like we did yesterday. And I'm still going to pay attention to EJ. And GA just hit that wall, so we're going to see if it continues to stair up. And if so, we're going to go for another buy attempt right here. But just looking to the left, you can definitely see it. Again, there's a strong support resistance level if I bold in this line right here. So, and there is a huge level of traffic above it. So I am going to be patiently waiting to see if price can break through that. And if it can, then we're going to enter the buys on both GA and Euro AD, because you can see that both looking very similar, both on strong support resistance levels. So we're going to see if it can continue to push up. Did a nice retest, so it can definitely do so. Can definitely do so. We got about a minute and a half to the next 15. JPY pairs look like they are still trying to drop. NJ's chilling at TP1. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I'm gonna be on the charts hard this morning, it seems, because I like to enter at least more than one trade. So, but everything else, I'm just waiting on. Like, you literally just have to wait. You know, you can't just jump into trades. You have to wait for you know, your rules and all that to be placed and set. So that's what we're doing right now. Somehow all my levels just got deleted, which is, oh no, I might need to update my levels. Silver's dropping, gold's dropping as well. I might update my levels on gold. Everything's dropping. And that's dropping. Let me see what the indices are up to. It looks like USD pairs are dropping. Yeah, new 15. Yeah, so we might be entering some sales. Now again, will it go all the way down to the daily zone? Maybe, maybe not. But as of now, it looks like we can potentially catch some pips going towards the downside. So we might do so. Because NJ's still dropping. Yeah, so we might. Yeah, so for now, this is what we're going to do. Whoops. That's rejecting that level. Depending how GN moves, we could possibly look for a buy on this as well. All right, so it did break underneath that level. It's doing a retest. So we're going to see how that reacts to that level. Still going to keep an eye on the AUD pairs, but they did hit the daily zone and they are rejecting it, kind of repeating what they did yesterday. So we're just going to watch and see how it reacts, and then we're going to go from there. But currently only in one pair right now. That's literally it. That's literally it. So this is doing a nice drop. It's at this wall right here though. But we can continue to drop. We might enter this as well. I'm gonna do my levels on gold, but I do like how silver's looking. Could definitely come to this body of price right here. If it can stay underneath that level, which it is doing so far. It's doing a retest though. Yeah, so right now we're just in NJ. I'm gonna be still on the charts though. If I do enter anything else, of course, y'all will be notified. Make sure that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I do got some videos on the way. I might drop another one today or tomorrow. I just got to figure out which one I want to drop to finish editing them. But I will see y'all next week.